Are you starting over at 40 or 40 plus and you're feeling stuck? Well, this video is perfect for you. Keep watching. Hello, if this is your first time joining me, I'm Jackie D Mckeever, your favorite Southern coach. Okay, so today we're diving deep because we're going to talk about feeling stuck when you're starting over at 40, 50, 60, or simply 40 plus. This journey can be very overwhelming. First of all, before I even go in, I want to tell you that you're not alone. Okay, so grab your cup of tea, honey, and let's get into it, honey. The first reason why you may feel stuck because you're starting over at 40 plus is because you have outgrown your identity. That's right, I said it. You outgrown your identity. One of the reasons why you're feeling stuck is that old identity no longer fits the person who you are, okay, or who you're becoming, and that's okay. You want to think about Saul, who became Paul after his transformation in Acts 9, 1 through 19. God had to shift him into a new identity in order to fulfill his purpose. And that's the same that God is doing for you in this hour, in this season. Or simply about how David was anointed to be king. If you recall, he knew that a prophet had came and said that he would be great, that he among all the sons will be the chosen person to be king, right? And he was a simple sheep herder. But it took him actually 15 years to step into that new identity in 2 Samuel 5 and 4, to step into that identity where he was become king and rule. And I personally can relate to shifting identity, because my identity no longer fit. Because so if you don't know, I have 3 grown children. And my identity with them as a mom who taught them, gave them assignments, scheduled their day. As they became adults, our relationship had to shift. Yes, I'm still their mom. I'm still Jackie D Mckeever. But because they have evolved, my identity with them, our relationship had to change. No longer am I saying, go do this and go do that. I'm asking, can you do this for me? Because our identities have changed. Another reason why you may be feeling stuck is you may have a fear of failure or success. And you might say, well, Jackie, how can you have a fear of failure or a fear of success? So let me break it down to you, honey. Another reason why a lot of people talk about the fear of failure. You're scared to jump into something, to take that big leap because everything is new. What if you fail? What if you make the wrong decision? But sometimes it's not the fear of failure. You might be calling it fear of failure, but it's the fear of success. Because when you do the same thing, expecting a different result, baby, you're fearing success. Okay, you're not just fearing failure, you're fearing success. Because if you did not, it would be okay for you to jump leaps and bounds in this area of your life, because you have been reassured, or you're confident that you're answering the call that God has put on your life. You're jumping into the purpose. You're jumping into an area in your life that you know that you can give the greatest impact. And sometimes the fear of failure or the fear of success may come up on you because you feel like you'll be doing it alone. Although God reassures us in Isaiah 41:10, fear not, for I am with you. You you will never be walking this path alone, even when it feels like you're out there by yourself. I think that's one of the reasons. Let me restate that. That's one of the reasons why it's important that we build community. And that's the reason why I come on this platform, on YouTube, on Facebook, or wherever, because I have a desire to build community. I know that there's power in assembly. There's power in community. We can uplift each other, share the things that have gotten us through. Not fire and brimstone, but with our hearts and our arms open, comforting one another, giving us each other the essential tools to grow. And I'm talking about nurture. The third point, where you may be feeling stuck because you're starting over at 40 plus, is you have made the mistake of comparing yourself to other people. We often compare ourselves to others, and that's a major reason why you can feel stuck looking at others people's journey, like Sarah Jakes. It doesn't make, although your journey may be different from them, it doesn't make your journey less valuable or less impactful. You have a unique purpose. You're different from the Jakes. You're different from the Hillers. You're different from the Haddons. You're different from the Alsteins. You're different from the Copelands or whoever you follow, the Dollars or whoever, the Grays, whoever you follow. Your journey is valuable and impactful. You have been designed with a unique purpose. Unlike those, you have been growing and developing over time. And just because it took you a little bit longer than them does not mean that you've missed the moments. Remember in John 5, 1 through 9, the man that lay dormant. And this is one of my favorite scriptures because this is one of the things that God had to bring in remembrance for me, because when I started coaching or started looking for ways to finally leap into my purpose, into my calling, this scripture came to me, and this is something that I always talk about because this man lay dormant over 38 years, waiting for healing at the body of land called Bethesda, because and until he was waiting for Billy Bob and them to help him in the water, because at the water each year an angel came and stirred the water, and anytime somebody jumped in the water, they would be healed, they would be renewed, they would be a new creature. But the moment when he encountered Jesus, everything changed. And it didn't matter how long he had sat waiting. Change occurred. Just like this was relevant. It was relevant in the Bible story, and I'm sure that God touched many lives that has gone unwritten about. However, that story is relevant because it lets us know no matter how long you have waited, change is possible. It's never too late. And the fourth point I want to make is one of the reasons why you feel stuck, because you're starting over and you're over 40, is you're feeling like there's no breakthrough. It goes with the previous one when I said it feels like it's too late, right? It's too late for me. But that is not true. It is not true. I had to stop running from my calling and finally trust God to lead me. And I was over 40. Trust me, it is never too late for God to bring everything in full circle in his time, according to Romans 8:28. Your past experience only amplify the purpose God has in your life, in your coaching business, in wherever business that God has called you to impact people. The final point that I want to make is that one of the reasons why you're feeling stuck starting over 40 is you have not found clarity. This is the final reason that I'm going to talk about before I end this. You haven't found clarity. Understanding your purpose brings clarity in your journey. Just because you're not in the pulpit does not mean that you're not valuable. Think about the church and the ushers in the church. Without them, there would not be any orders for the minister to preach. So every role is important. It's valuable. Whether you're on the front line, in the center, or you in the backfield, your position is vital. When you find clarity in your niche, you'll realize that your gifts are meant to serve a specific audience, and that's when your purpose becomes clear. Remember, you're not alone, and you're not listening to this by accident. Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us that God has a plan and a purpose for our lives. If you're struggling with finding your purpose, finding your niche, finding your audience, I've got just the thing for you. Download my guide, Finding Your Perfect Niche. It's a guide that will help guide you to stop feeling stuck and start moving with clarity and begin your coaching business or whatever business God is leading you to do. Whatever you do, don't stay stagnant. Thank you so much for watching it. If you found this video motivational, encouraging, uplifting, useful, helpful, don't forget to give this a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video with someone because someone needs this message. Let's walk in purpose and in confidence together. Remember, it's never too late to begin again.